Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. And today and today only, we're going to talk about why people are leaving Toronto. Yes, Toronto overall is growing, but why people are leaving Toronto and why this may not be good for, well, Toronto in general, the Toronto real estate market. Here we see the headline: Toronto residents are leaving at a record pace. Immigration takes over growth. So no longer are people coming in from the surrounding area to Toronto for opportunity, right? People are coming from other countries and moving to Toronto for that opportunity, but they're not coming in from Oshawa or Peterborough or Sudbury. They're not coming in from those places, right? More people are going out to those places from Toronto. I mean, at the end of the day, you'll see the numbers. So Greater Toronto area obviously has a massive population boom in the last year, right? And that's 100% from immigration. So they added 138,000 people in 2022. So it's up 2.1% in a year, which is pretty big, right? The real story here, though, is that 78,000 people left Toronto. So we're getting all these new people coming in from other countries, and the people who, if they're more recent immigrants, they don't really give us that information, are fleeing to other parts. So they land in Toronto and then they make their way out to the either outlying areas or to other countries. And it's funny, we have a condo listed downtown Toronto for rent, and we've had 4 or 5 applications, and it's been people newer to Canada within 3 months. Has been the majority of people applying for the downtown Toronto condo at this point. And I mean, clearly this is what is being indicated here, because the people who have the means to leave Toronto are leaving Toronto right now. The people who do not have the means, and they want to be in a central hub to where they're either working or have cultural ties, are moving in. So here's the thing. So when we talk about immigration and we talk about all this stuff, it's an economic plus, right? When people are moving in, they have to, rent the spot, they're going to get a job, there's more people buying groceries, there's more people doing all of these things, right? But if you take somebody making, let's call it, $150,000 to $200,000 a year that are moving out, and somebody moving in that's making, immigrant to Canada, let's call it an average 80 to 90. That might be high, might be low, I don't know, but it's less than the people moving out. So the economic benefit will be less to the economy as a whole. I mean, here's this stat here. People are leaving for other provinces, number one, but people are leaving Toronto for other parts of Ontario at huge numbers like that haven't been seen in a long time. And again, people in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, even 2020, more people moved from outside of the province to Toronto than left, but that's just fallen off a cliff. Last year, 21,000 people left from Toronto, moved to a different province. Almost 80,000, 78,000 moved from Toronto to another part of Ontario. And obviously that's economic too, right? If you can't buy a house in Toronto, but you can buy a house in Hamilton, Burlington, Sault Ste. Marie, Oshawa, Peterborough, Ottawa, Kingston, you can buy houses there, right? People are going to go. That's where they're going to leave, and they're looking for economic opportunity. And again, when that happens, that kind of erodes the reason for other people who are earning high money to be there too. Maybe some of the restaurants that were there or entertainment that was there is going to leave too, because now they have fewer and fewer clients, and you have fewer and fewer clients. At some point, you're going to say, okay, this isn't economically worth it for me, and move on, and somebody else will move in. But the people who are making that money aren't going to stay there, right? So this is what the article is really talking about, is that it's an erosion. It starts slow, and if you don't know anything about an erosion, then you have a landslide. So is this the landslide, or is this just the beginning? Another thing is it talks about people moving from out of the country, or from Toronto out of the country, has been massive. So how many people I had neighbors of this in Oakville. They got their Canadian citizenship and then immediately went to the US for work because there was better opportunity there. They couldn't get in on their regular passport or their regular citizenship, so as soon as they got Canadian, they left. So how many people are doing that in Toronto, and then they're just gonna, there's more opportunity in the US, there's more opportunity here, there's more opportunity there. Now that I have a Canadian citizenship, I'm eligible to go to those places. And this is fun. So what does this all mean? Like we mentioned when discussing provincial migration, this is mostly sentiment indicator. Toronto's population is growing, again, means a boost to the economy, at least at the aggregate level. However, aggregate boost can hide the drop in quality of life by just adding more economic units. Sorry, we mean human capital stock, the accepted political term. This is how our politicians look at us. We're just human capital stock to them, or economic units. We're just a number, just one, right? Residents leaving in large numbers is a big concern that usually slips under the radar. Immigrants tend to land in hubs based on lagging data showing opportunity. Residents can spot an erosion in opportunity or decline in quality of life as it occurs. As they start seeing a better opportunity elsewhere, so do their peers. It's only a matter of time before immigrants begin to see it elsewhere too. So what will happen is immigrants will, they're landing in Toronto now, but they're going to report back home that, hey, you shouldn't come to Toronto. Maybe you want to go over here. Maybe you want to do this instead. So is this the decline of Toronto? You guys let me know. Comment down below. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone reaching out to be part of the 10 mentors to buy properties in the next 6 months. We are working with a number of applications. We still have a few more spots. So if you're interested in purchasing a property in the next 6 months, definitely reach out to us. We're happy to help. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.